Good morning, everyone. Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. If that sounds interesting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications. Now listen, I have brought you here, or I have come to you so early in the morning because today I'm going to be styling my hair with the Obeah Naturals styling cream, the custard. Now, I actually did do a test patch of this product before coming to this point, and I did learn a couple of things about the product. So first of all, the test patch. I usually will put product places where my hair is not going to be seen so I can test something new. So I put it all along the back, the whole back half of my head from like the ears down. And then I also put it, this entire section right here was styled with the Obeah custard. And then I did wet line over all the other parts of my hair. And I can tell you that the definition was almost indistinguishable between the wet line and the Obeah. And I did that from wet with my normal wash and go routine. Now there was a spot where I think I didn't apply as much product and it was kind of dried and like puffy. So I went back a couple of days later and I applied product to that dry section, and it got super defined and stayed that way for the rest of the time. And so this product says on the directions that you can use it like on damp or wet hair, and so I have seen firsthand that it works both ways. Now all over my head, the leave-in that I used was the Obeah Curl Moisture Cream. I didn't like it. I don't like it as a leave-in, and you guys in the comments of that other video like, oh, I like it as a leave-in, blah blah blah. I don't like it as a leave-in. So I felt like it made my wet line parts of my hair more soft, and they just weren't as defined as they could be. So therefore in this video you're going to be seeing me using Paul Mitchell the conditioner in hopes that it will increase the definition of the Curl Moisture Cream, which was okay definition. It was on par with the wet line, but like I said, the wet line was not what it would fully be, because I think the Obeah Curl Moisture Cream kind of softened the whole situation. So this hair right here is actually the aftermath of it. I put it into a bun with a pompadour, and that was it. So yes, half of this is wet line, half of this is the Obeah Curl, not Curl Moisture Cream, but custard. So we will see what happens when I use this all over my head. Okay, so what I'm doing, I've just rinsed my deep conditioner out. I do it section by section, and I'm putting a little bit of Paul Mitchell the conditioner in this section. This might be enough to get the whole thing, because these sections in the front don't tend to be very thick. Oh yes, I feel like I got my whole section. Let me use the product on the back of my hand, split my hair open, and I think perfect. Such a small amount, because this leave-in can lather a bit. So all right. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Curl Custard in my regular little rows that I usually do for my hair. I'm taking this much, which I think is too much for this section. We'll find out once I start rubbing it in. But I'm going to tell y'all right now up front, this product does not smell like the fancy restaurant with the hibiscus margaritas and vegan menu like the other products smell like that. This product smells like a baby white powdery smell. But as you can see, it is getting in there, girl. It is weighing that hair down and defining them curls. Boop. So let's talk ingredients while I do this. These products, well, this product particularly has the first ingredient is water, and then after water, it has 3 different oils. So you're gonna like, oils? What? Oils? Thought you didn't use oil. I use oil that's formulated in products, not raw oil. There's a difference. And so after that, the 4th ingredient is a thickener. So it's thick oils at this point, and you're wondering, okay, how is this a custard? Like, how is it holding your hair? And the way that it's holding the hair is because it is a xanthan gum based product. So xanthan gum is in the product, but it is much further down the ingredients. And that you typically have to do xanthan gum like that because in a product, xanthan gum oftentimes will cause flaking. And yeah, xanthan gum will often flake up without oils present. And also you don't want xanthan gum too high up on the ingredients list because it will be too crunchy, like too much. So anything that has xanthan gum as the primary ingredient that's providing hold is gonna have that xanthan gum further down the ingredients list. And it's typically gonna have oils in it to help keep the flaking at bay. Alright, so I'm going to speed the rest of this up because I'm sure you guys are already tired of my halted speech anyway, depending on how well I edited this, okay? Okay, I am back, okay? Back in the room where I'm filming. If you hear noise in the background, the dog is in here for this one. Yes, like I can't film these videos without an animal somewhere. So he is right here, honey, and it is a large dog. So anyway, I actually set it on the dryer a bit to dry my hair, and I noticed automatically that my hair was drying faster than when it dries typically with my normal products. Also, I noticed that when I was applying this, it applies kind of like a hair dressing. Y'all know hair dressings, like they're not, hair dressings are somewhere in between a cream and a grease. That's the best way I know how to explain hair dressings. And this definitely goes on the hair like a hair dressing. And I note that in the drying because when you put it on, my hair didn't feel, like I knew my hair wasn't dry, but it felt like it wasn't like slippery, slimy, or dripping or anything like that that gels tend to do. So when I sat under the dryer already, I think that that's why my hair may have dried a little bit faster than it typically would dry. I would say in under an hour, I'm talking like 40 minutes or so, almost all my head was dry. Only thing I couldn't get dry was this part in the back here. And I knew that no matter how long I sat there, it was just not gonna get dry. And I went on about my business, went downtown, bought some fancy cat food and came back, and then just now it's starting to feel a little bit drier. So my hair is, I would say, 99% dry. That 1% is like over here, and it is what it is. It's just gonna have to stay wet because I just know how that's gonna go. So let's get into these results. First of all, come on now. Say this don't look like the results that I get with a regular gel. Say this don't look like the results I get with gel. Honey. And I know I usually really like my hair after I've slept on it because it flattens what needs to be flattened and smooth, but then also over the days my layers start to pop out because I just haphazardly style my hair, y'all, exactly like I did before the haircut. So my layers have to pop out from themselves to further help my hair to get into the shape that it was cut into. And so it's gonna be great. I do think that my hair may not make it throughout the week exactly like it is now, just because it is forecasted to be horrible Monday through, I want to say, through to like next weekend. It's going to be horrible. I can't believe it's sunny right now because it was raining earlier when I went out downtown. So because this product feels a little bit softer, like my hair is definitely juicy, definitely defined. Like, I mean, let me pull one of the juicy curls because the back of my hair is actually curls. The front is more like a kinky wave. Like, look at that. That is so juicy. Girl, let me tell you, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, there is something that is a downside that I'm not so loving. This particular product, in contrast to the other two that I featured in another video, has this like baby wipe powder scent, and it also has a hint of something else. Yeah, like a floral baby white powder scent. And so this scent is strong, especially when you're putting it in. And it was around my eyes, so when you see me applying the product, my eyes may look a little red. And then when I was sitting on the dryer, this part is kind of over my face, and so it was kind of irritating me. And it's not because it's a harmful or bad ingredient, it's just that some people have sensitivities to certain fragrances, and I definitely had a sensitivity to this while it was in my hair. My hair was wet. A definite sensitivity to this scent that is in here. And even like when I open this up, it is unpleasant to me. I do not enjoy this smell. On my hair, not too bad. It mostly smells like a powdery pall is what it's like. Powdery pall. That's really what it smells like. I'm not getting a really strong or negative scent when it's on my hair and dried, but I don't enjoy the scent like in the jar. But that's not enough to discourage me from using it, honestly, because it's not something I have to smell very long, you know. And one last point I want to make, I think it's going to be the last point, who knows with me, but this product is not in the price bracket that most products like it would normally be in. Most, I'm going to call it a gel, even though it's a custard. Most hair gels that are not like pick it up at your drugstore, pick it up at the big box store, not full of like plasticizing ingredients and stuff. Most of those gels that fit that category, which this definitely fits into, they are usually about $2 an ounce. This product is 12 ounces. So typically a product like this would be retailing for $22 to $24. And I wouldn't bat an eyelash. Like if you said, okay, here is Obia, it's a vegan company, and you know, natural, vegan, pH balance, blah, blah, doesn't have a lot of artificial ingredients, and you told me this is $22, $24, I'd be like, okay. Because that's what's normal for this category of products. Y'all, this joker, I picked up mine on Amazon. And I will link the exact page that I purchased from, because I purchased from Obia. It is not some random person on Amazon selling it. It's them. I think it's a slight price slash, because Amazon decreases prices from time to time, which is another reason why I'm giving you the Amazon link. And it's it's going for like $13 and some change right now. So basically this product is like $1 and a couple of cents per ounce. And for me, my personal guide is that if it's $1 an ounce, I still consider that to be affordable. When you start getting much over $1 per ounce into the $2 an ounce or $1.50 an ounce, that's where I start feeling like the product is a little bit expensive. But this is in the non-expensive category for me. I don't think it is expensive to get a 12-ounce product for $13. Also, if you're concerned with like the cost and how much you used, I did use a decent amount of product. But you have to remember that prior to styling my whole head with this, I styled half of my head with this, and then there's still product in here. This product would need to I would need to go back behind with a spoon or something and like get it all, because there's product around the sides, there's product on the bottom. So if I were to scoop this with a spoon into like one area on here, this is a healthy size amount of gel. I could probably get another section or so with this. So I'm gonna say there's about 2 heads in this application. And I didn't really add water to this product, as I would sometimes like put my hair under and like use it to distribute product. And some people style their hair in larger sections than I do, which would cause you to also use less product. So for me and how I use the product, which may not be how you use it, there's 2 heads in this jar. So you're looking at the $22, $24 range if you're trying to make this your sole gel, and you're trying to purchase like maybe 2 to cover the month out. So no, it's not a cheapie, but it's not expensive either. And I think it's so worth it. Like, I think my hair looks great. You might hate it. You might hate it. But I think my hair looks great. Okay?